to This Very Moment Collective. You are right on time whenever you're watching this. This reading is timeless. Tapping into our spirit guides, our angels, our spirit team. Let's see what spirit has for us in this very moment. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, custom spell work, a candle burned on my altar, all of that stuff is over there. And let's get into today's message. So not gonna lie, collective, spirit is snatching someone's wig. And we have the moon card that has just come out, which is so intimidating with a reading like this because that's giving a warning from spirit. The moon is about the unknown, and a lot of times with the moon card, you can tap in and feel what's coming. It talks about events happening behind the scenes and really trying to make the best decision at this time. So with the moon card coming out with such a reading talking about how someone is just getting yanked up and snatched up by the universe for their interaction with collective, that's a bit intimidating. That's a bit scary because it's like, oh, spirit is really not playing. I see someone in your energy really trying to bait you. We have the fight card here. Someone is so upset with all the things that are happening in their life. I'm definitely seeing like a cause and effect moment. Someone has created such chaos in their own life, and now they're trying to make you the root of that chaos. Have you ever met someone who asks you something that they already know your opinion about just to get you to debate them and basically kind of use that conversation to make you the bad guy? So say you have a friend and you're super modest and your friend is super promiscuous, and you'll have that friend tell you this crazy story that they know you wouldn't agree with or that they know you would never do. And then they tell you this crazy story and then they're like, but I'm good though, right? You think that's fine, right? And so you tell them your real opinion. Actually, I wouldn't do that. And immediately you set them off, and they have successfully baited you into projecting their own frustration and their own observation of themselves, their own guilt or their own, opinions of what they've done. And, they know what it is. They know the difference between right and wrong, just like everyone else does. Yet they'll try to project that onto you. So if you've ever had that happen, you know exactly this energy. That is what's happening here. You can't fight every single battle that presents itself in your life. You just really can't. Some battles really should be avoided so that you can save your energy for the battles that make sense and mean the most to you, or mean just something to you. Because at this point, we got the delusion card. This person in your energy is completely delusional, and we also have out in the open. So spirit is completely exposing them. So it's kind of like they're trying to start an argument with you to get you to be like almost what they're frustrated at so they can project. This person, delusion, it says disbelief at their own failed attempts. So it's like they're genuinely shocked that they weren't able to accomplish what they felt like they were going to be able to accomplish. They are so shocked to be having this fall from grace. It says blocked, wasted energy, confused, helpless, shocked, and weak. So this person is like so thrown off at the fact that they have actually lost. And so they're trying to bait you as if they haven't already lost, You can argue as much as you want after the race is over, but it's either you crossed the finish line first or you didn't. You won or you didn't. You didn't win. So it doesn't matter how much, you argue with the ref. They're going to hit you with that red card like you're out of bounds, you are out of line. And I'm not going back and forth and arguing with you. Everything is out in the open. It says spiritual disconnect. So whereas this person may have had, we all do, their own connection to spirit. We all have our own connection to spirit. They are truly being exposed at this time. And even their spirit guides are taking a step back and saying, all right, well, we've even got to stand out of the way when it's time for karma to come collect. Spirit is saying that you have done X, Y, Z. We have to step back and allow that to happen. We can't get in the way and block, these things from happening to you. You've dug your own grave. Now you have to lay there. So this person is feeling, pretty lost at this time. Their intuition is shot. They're not able to connect to those higher realms. And they're just feeling super, super vulnerable. We have escalated fights and arguments coming out, and we have the ghosted card here as well. So I see that people who they've just wanted so bad to connect with, so bad to have a chance with, absolutely not is the energy. They're like, no, I'm not doing that. I don't want to be connected to you. You know, this person is hurt. They could have been someone who's ghosted other people before, and now they're getting called out, and now they're getting ghosted, and it's like such a shock to them. You know, if this is someone who ghosted you, embarrassingly enough, this person is likely going to crawl back to you about their own ghosting story as if they didn't do exactly the same thing to you. So don't be surprised if someone, you know, appears in your life and appears to be super delusional. Because, you know, people like this tend to also have this just messed up combination of lacking self-awareness. So it makes them more likely to kind of tell on themselves or to expose themselves or to bring up things that they've even done. And it's like, you're like, oh, but you did that to me. And then it's like surprise Pikachu face. Like they're so shocked. First of all, that you would even bring them up and call them out on it. But shocked to hear that, wait, what? This is even more karma? I feel like that would just set this person off, to be honest. We have heal and teach. All about being a healer and a teacher. So if you feel called to, you can do that. Honestly, I will say though, collective, standing on business in itself is going to teach this person a lesson enough. You don't need to speak to them. You don't need to minister to them. You don't need to do anything. If you specifically feel called to, you can do that. But with that heal and teach energy, like honestly, your presence in itself is going to do and say energetically exactly what it needs to do and say. People will see when they don't have access to you anymore exactly what it is. So you can be the teacher by literally allowing consequences to happen and just kind of being in that I told you so position, and you don't even have to say I told you so. If you feel yourself called to guide people at this time, that could be something that Spirit is calling you to and helping you transition into. Especially when you see how energy works through this situation, it's definitely going to give you some keys and some nuggets of supreme wisdom that can be, kind of ministered to other people. Maybe not this person, but other people. With this 9 of Earth, ironically, you're literally totally unbothered and enjoying life's simple pleasures and luxuries, spending quiet time, successfully employed, or finding a new job, or starting your own business. 9 of Pentacles can be about like having your own business going that's really, really going well. And during that time, we have the 10 of Swords here. So someone is having a really big crash out. Finally, the end is coming to a really difficult situation for you. I don't feel like you'll have to deal with this person anymore. I don't feel like they're going to be in your energy. Embrace the changes that are coming to you and expect things to get better, because they are. You're recovering from a connection with someone who was likely quite selfish in your energy. Karma is hitting them so hard, and this person is trying to avoid that, begging Spirit for help. And here you are. We got the 10 of Pentacles that has just come out. So things are really coming together for you, collective, because the 9 of Pentacles can be about like being successful and happy and having everything you need on your own, whereas the 10 of Pentacles can actually represent like stepping into union with someone who is adding to your life or even providing for you to some capacity and really blessing you with love and abundance and helping you. So that could be really, really nice. This is a happy family. This is financial security. This is you tapping into magic and higher realms and being blessed. I just feel so much goodness and happiness coming towards you, and you totally, totally deserve it. And I wouldn't let any naysayer or weird negative energy person come in and try to ruin that for you. What else you got for us, Spirit? What else do you have for collective? Satisfaction. I see you being satisfied in the near future, feeling really good. It says you let the energy of love guide you to self-approval so others no longer define who you are. So now that you've disconnected from this energy totally, and it's like they can't control you or bait you into whatever they have going on, you can now step into your own satisfaction. You can now step into your own abundance. And we got willingness here. It says you're able to compromise if the end result is love. So yeah, I feel like the compromise is like, okay, I've learned something from this situation. Let me be a blessing to other people and maybe even leverage that or monetize that to make me money. Maybe I'll start a platform and I'll speak out about the things that I've experienced and the things that I've learned. And I'll present it in a fun way where it's super clickable and it can bring about some new connections and where I can make some content that could be very impactful to people. I'm telling you, you can always spin your experiences to be something different and transmute them into something lucrative. That's what I got for us today, collective. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you would like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for us today. I'll talk to you soon.